Good evening, I'm Ron Burgundy.
And I'm Sam Champion.
And welcome to Channel 13 News.
Tonight on the broadcast, we have breaking news from the front lines of Lexington. In a related story, we have a report on the Liberty Pole. We have sports with Tyler Varney. Also, we have reports that the Margaretta has been spotted sailing towards Machias.
First on the broadcast, we have news from the Battle of Lexington and Concord. We have managed to get a copy of the Lexington newspaper reporting on the battle.
Forever bear in mind the Battle of Lexington, where British troops, unmolested and unprovoked, wantonly and in a most inhuman manner, fired upon and killed a number.
On a lighter note, we have good news. The Liberty Pole, erected recently, is still standing. As you know, the Liberty Pole was put up recently in response to the Battle of Lexington.
As we stated in the opening, the Margaretta, a British warship, has been spotted sailing into Machias. It is captained by James Moore. In the past, he has traded with the people of Machias for their valuable lumber.
The Margaretta has just arrived in town.
This just in, Captain Moore has declared that he will fire it down if we don't remove the Liberty Pole. We'll have a reporter on the scene. Let's see if we can get an interview to see what's going on.
Captain Moore, what's going on? Why are you threatening to fire on the town and to withhold the food and supplies we need?
Yeah! Talk!
The king says until you take down the Liberty Pole, I have no choice but to continue the drastic actions.
But can't you just trade with us this one time until we get more supplies?
I'm sorry, but orders are orders, and I can't help you.
This guy is
Okay, well, you heard it here first. Back to you, Ron.
We have our field correspondent, Taylor Roos, here to see how people are reacting.
Wow, it's crazy here, Matt. People are very upset about the recent threat. A few minutes ago, Captain Moore said he would fire in the town if the Liberty Pole stays up. People are refusing to take it down. As you know, the Liberty Pole is put up as a show of solidarity to the colonists who fought British oppression in Lexington and Concord. Everyone is panicking. It can't get much better unless someone decides to swallow his pride and give in. Back to you, Ron.
Well, that's some pretty heavy stuff. Okay, Sam, what's next?
Now we are opening the phone lines so we can hear what the public has to say. Okay, you're our first caller. What do you think people should do?
We need to keep the Liberty Pole up. If we give in, then the king will win. And that can't happen. We have to hold strong like the people in Lexington.
Okay, thank you for calling. We're going to move on to the next caller. You're on. What do you have to say?
I'm a royal servant of the king. I think we should do his bidding and take down the Liberty Pole. We can't survive out in this wilderness without British supplies and support.
Okay, thanks for your call.
My producer just told me to add this to the broadcast. A missing person report has just been filed for one Driscoll. He was last seen on the river trail to Machias. He was sent to get extra ammunition from Jonesboro. If you have any
Jeremiah
information
O'Brien,
about him or his
community leader,
whereabouts,
instrumental
please contact
in the
me.
erecting of the Liberty Pole, with his thoughts about the controversy.
Well, Mr. O'Brien, what's your opinion on the subject of the removal of the Liberty Pole?
Well, it's blackmail, plain and simple. All they want from us is our precious lumber to build their barracks in Boston. Why should we give them our wood? It's just unfair.
Do you really think that they will be angered by this show of rebellion?
They will be angered, but it's just too important.
Well, back to you, Sam.
This situation is clearly becoming more tense by the minute. We'll keep you posted on developments.
This just in. The men from Jonesboro have just arrived in Machias. We are going to take a poll about the Liberty Pole. Call for the next few minutes and leave your opinion, and we will display the results later in the program. We now have updates from Taylor, who is covering the Liberty Pole situation.
As you know, the Liberty Pole was put up as a show of solidarity to the colonists who fought British oppression in the War of Lexington and Concord. We also have reports that all the able-bodied men in Jonesboro and the surrounding towns have gone to Machias to help the cause. Back to you, Ron.
Here are the results of the poll. 65% want to keep the Liberty Pole up. 30% want to take it down. And 5% are undecided.
Sounds like the people don't want to give in to Captain Moore's commands.
Captain Moore and his crew have agreed to attend Pastor Lyon's Sunday service, after which they will try to reach a non-violent solution.
Oh no! Machias resident London Addis has just reported that he's seeing an armed band of locals approaching the Margaretta. This can turn into a bad situation.
We have breaking news from Machias. We are told that the group has boarded the Unity and the Polly to mount an attack on the Margaretta. The Margaretta is trying to escape down the Narrows and is being pursued by both ships.
The Polly has just run ashore.
The Unity is continuing the attack. Wait. We have a camera crew on the scene. We're going to a live video of the battle. It's over. We won!
Yeah!
We should get back to the newscast.
Okay, let's go to sports with Tyler Barney.
Sports today, the Jonesboro Jolters took on the Machias Sport Comets in a game of cricket. It was a great game, but with a final score of 9-8, the Jolters took the win. Seth Meany hit 4 runs, and Earl Bridgham got 2 more hits for the Jolters. Then Ben Varney hit 3 runs to take the win. The pitcher for the Jolters was Warren Fish. The Jolters will play the Machias Bulldogs tomorrow at 3 for the title. Back to you, Sam.
Sounds like a good game. Let's go back to Taylor to see what is going on in Machias.
Please! We need help. We gathered much ammunition as we could for the men, but we can't go on any further.
What happened? Apparently we lost read from the camera. We will try to get the camera back as soon as we can.
We've just received a report that James Moore sustained a gunshot wound during the battle. The rest of his crew has been taken prisoner. He is currently in the care of Ichabod Jones in Machias. We're going to try to get an interview.
Who is it?
I'm Taylor Reese, Channel 15 News.
What do you want?
Well, we were hoping to get an interview with Captain Moore.
There's no condition for visitors.
Could you tell us what his condition is?
If he recovers, we'll call you.
Okay, back to you, Ron.
We can now confirm that the girls who came out of the woods are Hannah Weston and Rebecca Watts. They have came from Jonesboro with as much ammunition as they could carry to resupply the men. Although they have arrived after the battle was already won. You have to hand it to these brave young women.
They were taken to Gideon O'Brien's Machias residence, where they were tended to and reunited with their husbands who fought in the battle. A huge crowd of 50 or more people have gathered. They have just recovered and have agreed to an interview.
Hannah, Rebecca, how are you feeling? Better. Rebecca wasn't doing very well out there. We got halfway there and she had to give up. So I took her load. We are carrying between 30 and 40 pounds of powder and ball.
Why did you come all this way?
Well, we knew they would need more ammunition, but the men had already gone and there was no one left but the families with children to go, and so we had to go.
That was very brave of you.
Thank you, but we really had no choice. We expected Driscoll to come if they needed more ammunition, but he just disappeared.
Was there a point when you thought you might just want to turn back? Just before we found you, we were lost, but then we heard voices and started walking towards them. Excuse me, but we've just gotten word that Captain Moore has died of a gunshot wound sustained during the battle.
I don't think he deserved to die. He was just following orders.
Well, you girls were not just following orders. No one expected such bravery from 2 of our youngest citizens. We are really proud of you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And for your brave actions, the citizens of Machias wish to present the 2 of you with 6 yards of camlet.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gideon, and thank you, girls. You did a very good job. Back to you, Sam.
Well, that's a great ending.
And you stay classy, Jonesboro.